why is now the time to own the cloud?
I think with everything with technology, the way it is right now, everything is going to the cloud, right? A lot of the MSPs that we speak to, their customers are taking their business to the cloud for a number of different reasons: security, data retention, and many more, right? So their customers are going to be demanding that cloud be monitored and it be managed,
Mhm.
and MSPs need to have the tools to be able to provide that level of service to their customers to be able to protect them better, and manage their environments.
Yeah. And from a services perspective, what do you think we're doing to help our partners make the jump to the cloud?
Yeah. So with services, one of the bigger driver for services right now is that environment, that cloud environment, but also the on-prem environment is getting so much more complicated
Mhm.
for the MSP, that it's a difficult time for them to kind of manage and juggle all of those different responsibilities. So what we're trying to do with enhanced services is essentially give them that time back, in a number of different ways, so they can start focusing on the business, or in the business. I always forget the expression. John always uses it, on the business, in the business. I always get the two confused, but it's the one that's going to give them their time back, so they can focus on really what's driving their business forward.
What pandemic related change is here to stay, and how should we adapt?
Mm. Might be an unpopular opinion, depending on everything you read on social media, but I think remote work, is here to
Yeah.
stay. It was always very prevalent in the workforce, but now it's just considered the norm.
Yeah.
And because of that, the MSPs are just trying to have to really adapt to that business requirement now. And now they start including more complexities like securities, right? Because before you used to just have to focus on inside the perimeter when it comes to security. Now you have all these other external factors at play that you have to plan for and plan around. So I think MSPs have to really adapt to that, and they have been since the pandemic started. Our MSPs have been very quick to react to that business need, and it's proven successful for them. So I think they're just going to continue to do it and continue to evolve that remote work.
Definitely. I think one of the other things that we continue to hear from our partners as well is that the impact of the pandemic on labor scarcity is
Hmm.
a really big topic
Yeah.
for folks because people just don't have resources to do the work that they need to get done to
Yeah.
make sure they're being secure, make sure that they're being compliant with their SLAs and whatever else, right? And so, I think through enhanced services, we're hopefully empowering and enabling our partners to use us and leverage our expertise and our experience to take some of the heavy lifting off their
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah, it's a great point. It's a great point. One thing that I'll just add to that is, we, whether it's lack of education, or whether it's the cost of the labor or a whole number of different other things, right? Like there's some things, especially around security,
Mhm.
that's just you don't want to skim, right? Like you want to make sure that you're getting the best of what you can so that you can protect your customers, because as an MSP at the end of the day, like you're going to be responsible for what that happens in that environment. So leveraging best practices and best and experiences like ours, like you mentioned, I think is a great call.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Next question is what is or what are enhanced services?
So the way I always describe enhanced services, it's a portfolio of services, individual services that we've, created so that the MSPs can go back to focusing on the business, not in the business, right? Whether it be premium onboardings, right? So if a new customer purchases one of our brand new products, and we help them get deployed quicker, and more effectively, as opposed to them doing it on their own and kind of
Hmm.
having to figure it out as they go, making mistakes that are pretty common, right? That someone who's new to the software might make. So by leveraging a service like premium onboarding, they have that advantage that they can have that guided Sherpa with them along the way, right? So that they don't make the same mistakes that have been made in the past. We also have, custom solutions, that's focused around helping MSPs automate a lot of the services that they provide when and wherever possible. Product migrations, if they're moving from a cloud to an on-prem service or vice versa with one of our products, or if they're coming from a competitor to us, we help with that heavy lifting, and implement it in in a streamlined kind of way that's more effective for them, and it saves them time.
Yeah.
Enhanced services is also, excuse me, enhanced support is one that is very popular with our customers right now. And that's a monthly subscription service that entitles them to that fast pass access into our tech support team, but also gives them access to more tenured support engineers, as well as a couple of other benefits like 4 free health checks a year and a free premium onboarding when they purchase their next product with us. So it's going to evolve, but the theme of it is going to be around helping our MSPs save time, get value quicker, and be more efficient with our products.
Yeah, I would say the only other thing I would add is even though we have what 5 services that we're offering right now at launch, we're still exploring additional services that we want to add on. And I mean, as an example, we have a partner who has bought 3 or 4 different services from us, and recently came to us and said, "Hey, I'd love for you to do X."
Yeah.
We don't offer that as a service, but we're now internally exploring, can we offer that,
Yeah.
and how can we make it more global so we can offer it to all of our partners.
No doubt.
So I'm excited to see what our product manager does in terms of evolving the services
Yeah.
and seeing what our partners actually need to make them more successful.
Most definitely.
So I'm excited for that next
Yeah.
step.
Same here. Same here.
All right, next question is, what makes Empower different than other conferences?
I don't go to a lot of conferences. I know you recently went to one, so I think that might be a good one for you. So I've been with this company 18 years, give or take, and I've been to a lot of different Empower type conferences. And for me, what I always like about it is that engagement. I think I go 11 months out of the year wanting to feel like an introvert,
Yeah.
and really try to avoid sometimes people. But I really get that extrovert energy when I come to events like ours, like Empower. But I can't speak about other ones. I don't know. How do you compare it?
Yeah, I think about this not just from an Empower perspective, but I think what I'm about to say from a global perspective. One of the things that generally people ask me when I'm interviewing them or interviewing them for a position on our team is they usually ask, oh, why Enable? Why do you like working there? And I think the thing that I always come back to is the people. And I usually say 2 things to them. I say I have yet to meet someone who wasn't overly competent and someone who wasn't excited about what they were doing. And I think it's really cool to feel this energy even across teams of we're all in this together. We're all excited to move forward together. And you feel that energy and that vibe when you're here. You feel that energy and that vibe at our offices and when we're engaging our partners.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
All right. What is your number 1 tip for MSPs going into 2023?
Security, 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 security,
Yeah.
security. Right. I think that's the thing that's on top of everybody's mind right now, and has been for quite some time. Add on the extra layers of the labor scarcity, the shortage in education and awareness around security. I think it's going to ultimately become the responsibility of the MSP to make sure that the environments are secure, that the users are educated, and we try to protect those small medium enterprise customers as much as possible. So if I'm an MSP, that's what I'm thinking through day in and day out is how do I secure my customers to the best of my ability.
And I guess another plug for enhanced services is around data, right? And
Yeah.
and what to do with data. I think we oftentimes hear from partners it's tangentially related, right? We hear partners saying, how do we get certain reports? How do we find out if we're doing things properly or not? And I think data is another big piece of security and being able to aggregate that data in a way that you can then action and implement changes so that you can be more secure.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. What services are MSPs not taking advantage of now that can help their business most in 2023?
Yeah, so when I think about the portfolio of services that we have in there, I think they've all been very well adopted. I think the one that I think gets the most attention that I wish more people would gravitate to is the custom solutions,
Mhm.
right? I like to kind of call it the art of the possible.
Yeah.
or the art of the impossible. Well, I don't know
Art
what's
of the
wrong with the
impossible.
art of the impossible. Thank you. I'm getting my words mixed up today. But the art of the impossible, right?
Yeah.
I love it when an MSP comes to our team and says, "Hey, I'm trying to accomplish X," right? But they actually spend more time talking to us about all the things that are preventing them from doing it, as opposed to kind of thinking about like, how can I actually make
Yeah.
this happen? And that's what I love about what our team does, is that we start getting creative with the options that are available to them. And we've done some really good work with some third-party integration, some
Mhm.
scripting, things that the MSPs will come back to us and say, "Oh, wow, that was amazing, right? That's exactly what I wanted," or that's giving me more of my time back than I thought it would, because you guys added this little extra wrinkle to it. Um, so I think we just need to kind of make more awareness, bring more awareness around that type of service, and that's one of the things I'm excited about for this week, is to hopefully bring more awareness around that particular service.
Definitely. I also think that not only should our partners be excited about custom solutions, but I think our team is also really
Yeah.
excited
Oh
about
yeah.
custom
They
solutions.
they
So,
love writing that code, don't
yeah,
they?
they
They
get
geek
very,
out.
very excited. As soon as I tell them, yeah, we've got someone that wants to do X, Y, and Z, I don't know if it's possible. They're like, wait, like pump the brakes. Let's
Yeah.
let's have a conversation about this. Let me think about this. I come back into the office the next day and there's like, a book
Yeah.
that has been
Yeah.
written
I know
about all the
exactly what you're talking
possibilities.
about too.
Yeah, exactly. So
And so
it's
does he if he's listening
yeah,
to this.
yeah. So it's always exciting to come to present
Yeah.
and things that maybe our partners think
Yeah.
are not possible, or
Yeah.
that we might ourselves think
Yeah.
are not possible to our team, because they're creative solution finders, which
Yeah.
is really
You
awesome.
know, you struck something with me, that you asked me a question earlier about kind of like the around enhanced services and what I thought one of the value adds. Like, to me, that's one of the things that I love about the portfolio and what we're trying to do with it, is that I can't count how many times we talk to a partner and they say, "I didn't know the product can do that,"
Yeah,
right? Which is a little bit eye opening, right? And when we're able to kind of show them how to truly maximize the power of the platform, regardless of the product, it's a good feeling. It's a good
yeah.
feeling, because you're bringing something to them that they're like, "Oh wow, this is really going to help my business." Um, and it's not "Ah, yeah, I knew that and I knew how that worked. You're not showing me anything new or anything like that." It like you're adding value. So that's one of the things I love about it as well, and I'll add to it.